What's going on? What happened to my revenue? What happened to my money? I'm gonna have to shut my channel down forever. What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and today I'd like to ask a question or two. Will YouTube recover from the advertiser controversy? And what can we learn from this? Most of you might already know this, but YouTube just had a bunch of companies that pulled their advertisements from the YouTube platform. And this affects YouTube, its viewers, and its content creators in a lot of ways. And naturally, a lot of people have jumped on the ship of, I'm gonna milk this negativity for all it's worth. Videos like, YouTube killed my channel, YouTube is taking all my money, YouTube murdered my children because of this loss of advertisers. There's all that good positive shit going around, but I think what's more important is to ask ourselves, what's going to happen in the future, and will YouTube recover from this? I think that's much more important than making a sort of my channel's gonna die now type of video. Now, this change in advertisers affects all content creators, but it also affects you, the viewer, as many channels need the revenue from their channel in order to sustain a living and or the production of future videos. Because these ain't no sham wow commercials, alright? This is real shit. Real big advertisement companies, alright? You've heard of all of these guys, alright? I have a list of them. Huge multi-billion-dollar companies. We got Walmart, Verizon, AT&T, Pepsi, Coke, Volkswagen, Toyota, Starbucks, Heinz, JP Morgan Chase, McDonald's, and some other UK companies like ITV, BBC, and Channel 4. Now that's a lot. That's a lot of companies pulling out all at once, and naturally that has a resounding impact on the website itself. Of course, pretty much every single YouTuber and content creator is going to have noticed the effects of this change. They're aware of what this boycott is and why it's happening. But for those of you that don't, your old buddy Act Man is here to fill you in. Basically, advertisers pay YouTube to place their ads on videos. And when they do, the video is considered monetized, meaning that it's making money. And the revenue generated from people watching these ads and clicking on them is what pays YouTube and content creators. And watch time also plays a role in this because of YouTube Red. So naturally, if there are fewer advertisement companies promoting their products on YouTube, that means fewer ads to go around. And when you have such big companies like these pulling their ads out, you can start to understand what the resounding impact is. As they pull their ads from YouTube, so do they pull their money and their investments into this website. So everyone's making less money. Everyone. Now, as for why this is happening, the basic gist is companies realize that some of their ads could have been placed on extremist videos, white supremacist, neo-Nazi, terrorist, bullshit videos. They realize that their ads could be connected to otherwise very controversial videos, and that their brands would be associated with that. And with so many videos uploaded to YouTube on a daily basis, advertisers need to be smart and understand this concept. Now, I could go in depth as to why this is happening, but Sargon of Akkad made a damn good video on this subject and basically says everything that I would say. So if you're interested in that, I'll put a link in the description and a card right up there. Abbreviated, the second part of this is basically a power struggle between mainstream media and the YouTube platform, right? The mainstream media, like Wall Street Journal, is basically trying to attack YouTube because it is their competition and the mainstream media is dying. Remember that PewDiePie scandal that they blew out of the fucking water? Yeah, now they're back for more. I just want to make it clear, fuck the Wall Street Journal. Yeah, fuck them. Yeah, fuck them. Because they're basically using their platform and their journalism as a way to not accurately and legitimately report news that is worthy, but rather use it to attack their competition. And that's pretty shitty, dude. That's pretty shitty. Now, Google and YouTube have been predicted to lose upwards of $750 million from these advertisers pulling out. And That's a lot of money. So with this targeted attack by the mainstream media, with YouTube making less money and with content creators having fewer ads and fewer opportunities to make as much money, the question that should be on everyone's mind is, will YouTube recover from this? And a second question would be, what can we learn from this boycott? What can we learn from this event? Now, YouTube does make some pretty bizarre decisions on occasion, and they have a bad track record of not really talking to the content creators on this website. But I honestly think far too many YouTubers jump on this automatic hate train, whether it be for clicks and views or just because it's the hip, cool thing to do is to hate the platform that you work for. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm totally fine with criticizing YouTube, but my point is people take it a bit too far. And even with this, there are channels that are saying, like, I'm gonna stop making videos or whatnot, and it's like, you shouldn't be making YouTube videos just for the money. The whole point of this independent YouTube platform is to be able to share and make videos for anyone. It shouldn't be the goal to make money. That should be secondary. Now, let's not forget that YouTube is the single biggest video viewing website and platform pretty much on the face of the earth. So if you think this is going to be like the end of YouTube, you really think like a multi-billion-dollar company is just gonna go down this easy? Two of the biggest companies on the internet? Nah, they ain't going down without a fight. I mean, despite some of their decision making and policies, you can bet your ass that YouTube and Google right now is all hands on deck. Everyone is probably working their ass off, trying to figure this out, trying to get new advertisers to come in, bring the old ones back, come up with a method to categorize these terrorist extremist videos and disable them from monetization. Now, of course, the problem comes up that no automated system is perfect, so naturally there's gonna be a few mistakes here and there, and any YouTuber that has that happen to them, you're just gonna have to deal with it, dude, because YouTube is trying to recover right now. And what we can learn as content creators is that this is a privilege. This is not something that was possible, 10 years ago. Making independent videos online and being able to get paid by advertisers. At least to my knowledge, that there was not a market or opportunity for that. And YouTube provides that huge opportunity for all of us. So you just gotta buckle down, you gotta pucker your butthole, and just deal with it. But YouTube will definitely recover from this. Maybe it'll take some time to get those advertisers back. Maybe it'll take some time to get the ad revenue back to where it was. But they're gonna be working on that, no doubt. And I think they will recover, because they're not content to just let it die. Now, in regards to the death or downfall of YouTube, I'd like to bring up a famous philosophy quote.
Were it so easy.
So we might be able to expect some new policies on YouTube. There's probably going to be a rough couple months or so where certain videos are going to get demonetized, or keywords, stuff like that. Political channels may have it especially tough, as a lot of keywords that relate to ISIS or Iraq, Syria, these sort of controversial political topics, they could be automatically demonetized. And that's unfortunate, but it's a step we gotta take moving forward. I think one of the biggest things we can learn from all this is that we all have to respect advertisers, because they are what brings in most of the money to this website. We have to respect this triumvirate. Yeah, that's a good word. Look it up. Because we're all in this together and we're all looking to gain something. YouTube wants to promote its platform, advertisers want to get exposure, and content creators would like to make money making their independent videos. So as long as we all work together and respect each other, then we'll all benefit and gain from this. And I think it goes to show that advertisers should not be so susceptible to scare tactics from the mainstream media. They should actually research it and go in depth. And if they did that, they'd find out that 99.9% of videos on YouTube where their advertisements are shown are not extremist, they're not neo-Nazi videos. I don't even know how you find that shit, but those videos are few and far between, my friend. And we should also take the time to congratulate and thank the advertisers that are still on YouTube, because without them, well, we'd be in an even stickier situation. So thank you, Dr. Pepper, for sticking with YouTube. Genuinely appreciate it. You know, this is definitely a reality check for everyone. I think we were all getting a bit too comfortable with how YouTube was working. You know, entitlement was at an all-time high. Anytime any little thing went wrong, YouTubers would be the first to jump on it and complain their asses off. And I think something really needed to shake up the system so that change can happen and this can improve the platform, the content creators, the policies, and the advertisers can feel safe and secure and know that their money is not going to be wasted. So we can all step back and look at this system, evaluate it, and make the best decisions possible. And YouTube, for the love of God, please talk to us about, you know, the fuck you're gonna do. All right? Don't leave us in the dark, all right? You know, this also goes to show that we should all remain humble within the position that we are, you know, big or small. We all serve YouTube, and YouTube serves us back. So we need to be humble and remember that and not think we're better than the system because my video got demonetized and I'm better than you and fuck you. Yeah, that's 750 million you're losing. Well, my video got demonetized. My problems are bigger than yours. Now, there's a few things that you, the viewer, can do to help out your favorite content creators and to strengthen the YouTube platform. Of course, you can go through and watch some of your favorite YouTubers' old videos. You can interact with those videos, liking, commenting. You can follow your favorite YouTubers on their social media links like Facebook, Twitter, or whatever, as I'm pretty sure that there are sponsorships or, you know, ads that people can place on those platforms in order to make back the money that they're losing from the ad revenue on YouTube. If they have a Patreon, you can check that out too, and fuck, even $1 a month, like less than the cost of a candy bar, is tremendous to anyone that has a Patreon, and anyone that truly appreciates their audience will be fucking forever grateful for that stuff. Another thing you can do is research all of this stuff on your own. Learn more about this. Voice your opinion on it. Fuck the Wall Street Journal. That's priority number one right there. And another big thing you can do is don't just take the mainstream media's word for it. Go out and do the research yourself. Because as of right now, they have made targeted smear campaigns against PewDiePie and now the YouTube platform as a whole. And it's not just the Wall Street Journal, it's other mainstream media websites as well. But overall, YouTube will definitely recover. They're not going to go down easy. They're going to be working their asses off to recover, as this could possibly be the biggest hit they've ever taken in such a short amount of time. So YouTube will recover. There's no telling when it will or what policies are going to change, but it's safe to say that we can remain comfortable on here. We might take a lower pay for a bit, but at the end of the day, we're all hopefully making videos on this platform because we love it, not because we get paid money. Now, if you'd like to support me, as I said, you can follow me on Twitter, interact with me there. I post some funny shit. You can like me on Facebook, and if you ever want to DM me or ask me a personal question, you can message me on Facebook. I do have a Patreon if you're interested. You can check that out as well. And I also have a second channel where I post more funny videos, gaming videos. Yeah, it's awesome. So if you'd like to support me, you can do those things. You don't have to do all of them. But yeah, those are the things you can do if you want to support me personally. I appreciate it, of course. And let's all strengthen the YouTube community. All right, everyone. That's all I got for today. This is the Act Man signing out. Peace!